Guys, if you are new to the channel, do know that we do other things on the channel other than what you're going to see today. We do have my wife's beautiful Jeep Wrangler JL here. We have the race Denali, the 800 horsepower Denali. We do have the golf cart here. We did some videos on this. If you did watch the last couple, I do owe you an explanation on this. This content didn't do extremely well, but I think stuff like this is cool. We do a lot of razor stuff, etc. So if you're into that, stick around. I'm going to back this sucker out so that way I can show you guys why this thing didn't run, and then we'll get into what the topic of today is. All right, now we got some room in the slippers here this morning, but real quick, this thing would not start, guys, because of something that I actually mentioned in the previous video. But down inside here, inside that fuse I was showing you guys, that actually turned out to be the problem. I was just getting ready to give up, and then I pulled that fuse out and flipped it over, and there was some corrosion on it. So literally I just took some Scotch Guard or some sandpaper and cleaned that up, plugged that booger right back in, and she fired right up. So I didn't even need to replace that solenoid, even though at least now that's brand new. And you can tell we got the back seats. Super cool. So go back and watch that stuff, guys, or stick around for this. But let's get this out today and let's go have some fun. Alright, we live again, people. Let's get back live. Let me back up out of here. Had to restart the old podcast. And if this window does get too obnoxious, we will cut it out, I promise you. But anyways, guys, welcome back or to the channel. Bumpity bump bump. We are in the Denali today, and we are going to go for a little cruise. I can see that sun beaming down through the sunroof. That ain't good. But anyways. Alright, let's turn this corner. Alright guys, welcome back or to the channel. Today we are going to do something a little bit different. Okay, a lot of bit different on the channel here. We are going to shoot our first podcast. My first podcast. I did not ever think I would do a podcast. Not a huge podcast guy. I know they're kind of popular, and I actually have listened to a couple of them lately, and I can see why. They're super cool. You kind of get a different perspective, a different insight on the whoever it is you're following, we should say. So this is your chance to kind of connect with me a little bit more on a personal level. I do a lot of talking on the channel already, but maybe this will be something that we continue to do. I was thinking of maybe doing these monthly if you guys like them, so I am looking for some feedback on this. If you enjoy this or not, please drop some likes, drop some comments, let me know what you guys are thinking, and we can do different subjects, different topics. I am trying to keep it relatable to the channel somewhat, but we can go off on a tangent, off on a hinge, whatever you guys want to do. So today we are going to be talking about stuff going on in the diesel community, in the industry. I'm going to talk about some of the YouTubers I follow. I'm sure a lot of you guys follow these same YouTubers and have opinions, and maybe we can talk through a little bit about what these guys do, what makes them successful, what we would like to see different. Not that they're probably ever gonna see this, but you never know. It's just us chilling here. It's a beautiful, almost fall now day, and we're just cruising, talking, and hanging out in the big turbo Denali. So I'm sure you guys like cruising too, and that's why I'm choosing this forum. So YouTuber number one I want to talk about is Dirty Max Jack. He's one of the first ones I started watching. Him, Street Speed, Stradman, kind of all coming on the scene at the same time. And I think a lot of the YouTube landscape for diesel trucks, cars, etc., we owe a lot of credit to these folks, and Dirty Max Jack was just one of them OG ones. Super relatable guy. He went to college, he's got a family, kids, a wife, all this cool stuff. He's got a lot of good stuff going on in his life. I know he recently got into his church, into that whole belief system, which has been absolutely incredible for me as well. So big shout out there. But watching him from the beginning, doing things out of his apartment and just growing, following with, you know, I think he started off with one truck maybe and a Corvette, and then, you know, it went up and bigger. And it just kind of took off from there. He started doing the whole giveaway thing. I think he started giving away like laptops, and then, you know, working his way up to giving away trucks. I remember some of the OG ones like the Shorty, the Ron Burgundy, some of them old school like trucks that just absolutely were incredible. And at the time you're like, no way, this dude's literally giving away trucks just by selling merch, and living off of YouTube really wasn't even a thing. So it's just crazy to see the growth on there, and to now he's to that point where he's got his whole compound, built that amazing shop with the epoxy floor, all the bay doors on his dream property, and now he's selling his home. And it's like, dude, why would you ever sell that incredible property? I know he's gonna tell us soon. He said if he got like 8,000 likes on the video or something, he'll reveal the true why. But I'm sure it's family related. He's got kids, maybe wanting to get in the school district or whatever, but he's gonna do what's best for him and his family at all times, and that's something that I value and connect with. I would shut this down in a second. I would sell all the trucks, sell everything in an instant if something came up to where we either needed the money financially or it just didn't align with our values, or whatever we needed to do. If it was taking too much time away, I would stop all this in a heartbeat for my family. So get that out of the way. That's super incredible. I think this dude has nothing but a big future ahead of him. He's taken a lot of that money he's earned and started flipping real estate, doing properties, and inviting people in to, you know, coach them up and train them, you know, to do the things that he's done. And I think that's huge for me, and that's kind of why I wanted to do these podcast things. I feel like I've been through a lot in my life, some really incredible experiences, some really bad ones, and I've learned a lot along the way. Far from perfect, mind you. We got to get that said right up front. I am a work in progress, as are most of us, so nobody's perfect out there, and we need to empower each other, build each other up, and not put people down. You know, the haters come out there and try to ruin your day, and you just got to block that stuff out. A lot of them are probably upset about something or just trying to get clout off your name, but I really do believe in changing people and helping people grow and be the best versions of themselves possible. So always open to that as well. So Dirty Max Jack, one of my huge guys out there. I love what he's got going on. Second one I want to talk about is Gabe Farrell. You guys know Gabe Farrell Productions probably. Really blown up on the scene lately too. He's got mixed reviews on the channel, but I've been watching this dude since he was building SEMA trucks in his driveway, those massive lift kits and stuff going on his daily driver, and just risking everything to get his name out there, and watching his channel and his stuff blow up over the last couple of years has been super cool. Really happy for him. He's put on a lot of people too, which is cool. A lot of the people that have worked with him or been by his side, you know, he's helped them with their channels. He's done shared content with them and trying to put on for other YouTubers. I think that's incredible. And actually, I remember when Gabe Farrell took one of his trucks, it might have been Murder Max or something like that, up against 8 Ball of Dirty Max Jack. I think that video did super epic back in the day too, but just seeing those two trucks on a country road was just incredible. That's a lot of my background. I'm just cruising back roads right now, and just so relatable. Gabe Farrell coming up from close to Chicago and still bringing some of them small town fun stuff into it. I know he's more into like the designer clothes and the flashy chains and stuff like that. So that's been getting a lot of attention as well. I know he's got some negative feedback lately. I don't know what happened between him and his filmer, Brian. They had a parting ways, and you know, Brian's been working with Crude Diesel lately, so it's kind of cool to see those two start something together. I'm not sure why it didn't work out with Gabe, but you know, there's two sides to every story, so I don't want to like try to take away from what Gabe's doing or what Brian was doing. Like, man, I've lost a lot of friends along in my life, you know, that I thought, you know, we connected or we were gonna be, you know, doing stuff together forever, and for whatever reason we've had falling outs, blah blah blah. You know, we all go through that, so let's try not to dwell too much on that. I just wish nothing but the best for both of them, and I'm excited to see where they both go on the journey. I do like his newest Lambo. I'm trying not to be materialistic, but I do like automobiles, obviously, so it's fun. I just want to use, you know, our excitement in this industry and these cool vehicles to really bring each other up, share the fun in it, and not try to take possessions and put them like as the highest of all highs. Like, I care more about my possessions than anything. If you live that type of life, you're going to end up very, very miserable and feeling totally worthless. I chased materialism for a long time in my life, thinking that if I only had this, I would be happy, or all I need is this one more item to be happy, and none of that, or trying to keep up with the Joneses, you know what I mean, or the Kardashians, whatever you want to call them. That type of behavior just does not end up well. So if you do have nice things, I'm not going to try to shame you for that. Just make sure you're using what God's given you to for the best of everyone. So that's where I'm going to be as we grow this channel. I'm going to continue to try to take all these cool things and share them with you guys. And, you know, that's why I love connecting with Ovi. And I know he asked for nothing, but I try to put his shop on. I don't care if our brand takes off for any reason. It's just fun to be involved in it with you guys. So there's a little bit my thoughts there on Gabe Farrell. Who else we got? We can talk about Whistling Diesel. A lot of people actually give Whistling Diesel or Gabe crap for trying to be like Whistling Diesel. I think they're two totally separate markets, although they do try to do some similar things, like their mega trucks going on the water, etc. But the Whistling Diesel, Cody has been there forever. A lot of his stuff is going mainstream. He's got like 8 million subs now. It's you got to respect the hustle, right? He's got merch and zoomies now. He's got cardboard cutouts of himself, and he just started that Alcoa brand, canned alcohol, whatever it is. I got a lot I could tell you on alcohol. I think it's something that you should consider strongly staying away from. And since I've been, you know, away from that type of lifestyle and that sober life, it's so incredibly better. But again, I'm not going to sit here and knock him for that, or knock you guys, you know, if that's something you like doing, having fun. But if you let that take over your life, that's a dead end. I'll tell you right now, just stay away from it best you can. But shout out to Cody for starting that old brand. Obviously, it's going to do super well, and I'm just curious where that goes for him. But the content, you know, I think when he started, man, that stuff was so funny back in the day when he used to take his LBZs and, you know, trash them, and everyone's like, what is this guy doing? He's ruining these LBZs. These trucks are classic. And, you know, I thought the same thing. But again, it's kind of going all in for your dream. And you know, you can say what you want. I know he's got a lot of money and a lot of material possessions now, but in the beginning he talked a lot about how not to be materialistic, and the truck shouldn't matter, you know, where we're sitting in the audience and we're like, man, if I had something that nice, I would wash it and keep it in the garage and baby it. And, you know, he's like, dude, get over your possessions, just get out there and rip on them. And I know a lot of you guys probably do that with your vehicles. That's why this thing is clapped out. Somebody had a lot of fun with this Denali and sled pulled it and drove it off in the dunes, and this thing is clapped out. But I couldn't smile anymore. A lot of my life I've had clean vehicles and nice vehicles that, oh, take off your shoes when you get in, one little drop on them, oh, we better rewash the whole thing. And, you know, that's all fine and dandy and stuff, but you really need to be able to use and enjoy your vehicles. And I think Cody's taught us that along the way, taking the SEMA F250 and the Any Level 1 and putting concrete in the back and jumping that booger, and that was just mind-blowing at the time, right? He had just got enough money to afford something like that, and the first thing he does is live up to his word and take it out and destroy it, and now he's kind of got the name for that. So I hope he gets to 10 million subs and we get to see the Bugatti reveal. But again, just tread carefully on that alcohol thing. I don't recommend it personally, but again, it's a cash cow, so I guess chase it for now and see where it goes, Cody. Who else we got? Oh, Greg A. You guys watch Greg A? I love Greg A. He is incredible. I've watched him for years and years. Again, doing stuff in his small shops or out of his garage and rebuilding his trucks over and over again. Bunch of 3rd gen, 2nd gen, 1st gen. Big Dodge guy. He's always hating on the Duramax guys like me, and he's done a couple Fords on the channel, but his content is he's so smart when it comes to wrenching on stuff and rebuilding motors and transmissions, where he's not hiring out the work, he's actually doing the work, and he has not shied away from that principle. And that's why I think a lot of people keep coming back to his channel, and it's certainly why I do, because I feel like I gain a lot of knowledge from him, from the content he does. He does a lot of collabs, and he's got a family, and he takes them to the track, and he's got the car haulers and the motor or the 5th wheel camper and all this cool stuff. Just an incredible dude. Just seems so humble and down to earth, taking us everywhere. So big shout out Greg A. I love watching that guy. I don't know what's next for him and Wrench Works. I know he just got a side-by-side. We do a lot of side-by-side content. So anyways, we'll keep seeing how he goes about his business, but it just seems like your everyday guy that you can just relate to on so many accounts. So Greg A, love the content, dude, keep that up. And who else? Blake Fitzgerald. I know a lot of you maybe are newer to Blake Fitzgerald. The only time I first saw the dude was on Gabe's channel, or Gabe was getting work done there or something, and he either promoted his channel or helped him get it going, because I started following Blake Fitzgerald when maybe he had 10,000 subs, and now he's up to like 70, and he's just been doing super incredible with his shop, and now he's been putting on shows. And like, isn't that the dream? I always picture, like, what if Ovi and like the guys at Overtime had a compound so cool like that, where you invite all the industry people out. You're basically, it feels like he's bringing everybody to his home, opening up the doors and saying, come on in, let's enjoy this together, this whole truck scene and everything that we stand for. And I think it's just super dope. The dude just says it how it is. He's not wearing fancy clothes. He's got Skechers on and some shorts, and he seems like so humble and down to earth. I really want to go to one of his shows someday. If I was going to go to one, it would be his first by far, and I've never gone to any diesel show ever. Pardon me, I keep checking on the time because I do have to be back for something, but Blake Fitzgerald, on the rise. I don't know how he started. It seems to me like maybe the family's got money or something, because I know they had a trailer company. His brother has an insane repair shop where Bruce Wilson now started. You guys probably watch Bruce Wilson. I started watching him years ago too, when he had like the Flat Nasty, and he was just down in Florida ripping down back roads with a hood stack coming off the flatbed with flames coming out. And next thing you know, he linked up with Cody, Whistling Diesel, in the beginning, and they started doing stuff together. And now Bruce Wilson is with Fitzgerald Collision, and it's just crazy to see how all the people kind of mesh together in the industry and support each other and put each other on. Let's just, continue this and make sure that we're doing things the right way, or make sure we're doing things that bring people up and put people on. And it's just such an amazing community, and I hate to see some of the negative criticisms of diesel trucks in general, and we're the worst people in the world, because that's totally not true. It doesn't take much to ruin any group, and I think if you're looking for the negatives and looking for bad, you can find that anywhere. It's not hard to find. Let's just try to work with each other and bring out the good in each other. So that's kind of my whole message on this. Also, Blake Fitzgerald just got this super sick Viper, not an ACR like Street Speed had, but a super sick Pro-Charged one that was, I think it's a 2015. The pipes on the side of the door just looks absolutely incredible. It sounds insane. So looking forward to some of that content as well. But yeah, guys, I am just loving this out here talking to you guys. I don't know what to say. I'm all messed up. Never done a podcast before and not sure how this is going to come across, but I will post it. I will try not to edit it too much either. I'll try to keep it authentic and let you guys pick this apart, and we can bring up, you know, more topics in the industry. We can talk about other subjects if you want. This could be the one and only podcast we ever do, if you want. I don't know. I'm just winging it, guys. I'm having fun with y'all. But thank you so much on the channel. What's coming for our channel? If you're curious, we do have the Razor project. Ovi's going to get going on again. The flatbed pull truck, or the, tow rig, that's going to be getting done. Ovi's trying to finish up the back of the shop before winter, so a lot of work going on out there. I've been just trying to get as much content with the Denali here before I park it for winter. I will still try to get it out on nice winter days, and yeah, trying to move on from the daily driver. Again, I don't know if I'm going to trade straight up for something, trade up for something, trade down. Kind of open, so let me know what you guys think we should replace the daily driver with, because I want another truck. I've had that one for 6 years. It's just fine. It's just I want something different. Tired of looking at that booger, and yeah, just to keep different stuff coming to the channel. And maybe it could even be a Ford or a Dodge. Maybe. It's probably not gonna be, but it could be. Someday the goal, though, for sure, guys, is to have all three, Ford, Chevy, and Dodge, and test them all out. So yeah, I'll leave you guys with that for now. I've got a lot going on this weekend. I hope you guys enjoy your day, your weekend, whenever, and leave me some feedback below. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one, okay? Peace.